Good morning, my friends. Hello. Hi. Good morning, Carrie. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't have a lot of energy today. How's the music? Check my mic. Hello? No, I'm not, Carrie. I mean, I am and I'm not. I'm really worn out. Oh, thanks, Robin. I don't need healing. I just need rest. For those who are familiar with human design, I'm a projector, and we require regular rest and relaxation, and I haven't had much this week, so I'm a bit worn out. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate the love and hugs. Good morning, Linda. Yeah, and I'm not a morning person, so I hate waking up by alarm. For the last few months with the job, we've had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday meetings in the morning, and so I do need an alarm for those. But then Thursdays and Fridays have been sort of free flow days for me. I still get my work done, but I don't set an alarm on Thursday and Fridays. So I'm in need of some downtime. And I have 2 meetings this morning. It's just been a really busy week, and taxes were stressful, and my fan is whirring loudly again. I don't think you guys can hear it. Let me check the meter. Oh, it's not as loud as it was on Monday, so that's good. Let me see if I move the mic over here, what happens. Oh no, it's actually not as loud. Okay, I feel better about that now. As you can see, my friends, not every moment in my life is high vibe. It's just part of this experience here in the lifetime. But I still believe everything I believe. Thank you, April. Oh, love and light for rejuvenation and replenishment. Just so that you know, there is a possibility that I need to cancel tomorrow morning's coffee with the council, just so that I have more than just the weekend in terms of chilling and being footloose and fancy free, or free form. It's fascinating because I look back and for some reason my water tastes so friggin' good this morning. I look back at when I was working full time, and knowing what I know now and where I'm at in my life, I have no freaking clue how I did it. I don't know how I did it. It just was not normal for me. I must have just pushed and powered my way through. Taking Fridays off, maybe, but what I need is, I work best as a protector. I work best in spurts. So ideally, I should be taking Wednesdays off. Then I could do Monday, Tuesday with you guys, Thursday, Friday. That way to have Wednesday off. So it's like 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 2 days off. That is a really good cadence for me. A 3-day weekend would also be nice, but then I'm busy for 4 days, and that's too much. Like today's day 4 and I'm at too much. So that means I know for myself that if I do 2 days, 2 full days, like if I'm nonstop, which is not good for me, if I'm nonstop from morning until supper, then I need usually 1 whole day plus to recover, just rest-wise and fun-wise, from those 2 full days. So I may wish to take Wednesdays off, at least the morning, because Wednesdays is also our Zoom gathering every other Wednesday, and I was thinking about putting an afternoon live in on every other Wednesday other than those, so there'd be a more of a balance. But the problem with that is Wednesday mornings I have a work meeting at 10, although I would be able to not have an alarm and still make that. So I don't know, I'll figure something out. Go with the flow of your energy. Yeah, and unfortunately this week I had taxes to do. My laptop fan was stressing me out at the beginning of the week. It was like 10 times louder than it is right now, and I know you can't hear it, but I can. It's annoying. It bothers me some days, and other days I don't mind it at all. And it's probably going to calm down now in a minute, now that I'm letting go and surrendering and talking with you guys. But also, my colleague is away on vacation. So for the second month in a row, I'm just sort of going through everything that's going on so that I can let it go. I'm not, hope you can tell that it's energetically different than complaining, but I appreciate you guys listening. So last month, my colleague got hit by a car and was out of commission for 2 weeks. So I took his workload on top of mine. And this month he's in Japan, and I love this for him. Everybody thought it would just be a simple bit of coverage, but it's been extra work for me. And after a month of extra work, another month of extra work, it's just too much for me. So I'm going to talk with my boss today and say that ask if my colleague will not be allowed to be hit by cars or take time off for another month or two. Anyways, that's just, when I'm tired. And the funny thing is, I've been sleeping great. It's just for some reason, for my natural flow, and I think this is good conversation, because this also plays into isness. And I think that this is what the topic is going to be today, because I talked with the council already this morning, and they're like, you have to take your downtime, that, and this is a great opportunity to talk with everybody else about how to live with isness. And I think what's important is, we may want to be in isness as much as we can, but sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're just not. And sometimes what is what's everything that's going on. Sometimes where we are is where I'm at, tired and a little overwhelmed. But is it impossible? Do I have to create stories around it? Do I have to beat up on myself? Do I have to judge myself? No, we don't need to do those things, right? We can just simply be with what is. And that's the beauty of the teaching around isness, right? It's also having that beautiful open heart, that compassion for ourselves and for what is, right? So there's a juiciness into this, right? So I guess hopefully I'm being an example for you guys that living from isness is not always high vibration. Sometimes it's lower vibration, but it's living with, it's really what the council was talking about on Tuesday. It really holds all perspectives, allowing all things. It allows all things, right? So isness allows for all things. It allows for those times when we feel bad. It allows for those times when we're caught in our stories from the past. It allows for those times when we're worrying about the future. Do we wish to be living from wasness and not yetness? No, of course not. But to judge it, to pile more story and criticism on top of it, takes us further out of the isness, right? But to just be like, well, this is just what is. This is just what is. Yesterday yesterday was the second Wednesday I've been taking this group coaching with Susan Sage. I don't know how many of you know Susan Sage. She's a wonderful teacher here on Insight Timer and one of my dear friends, and I feel like the total soul sister because we talk about a lot of the same things with different life experiences and different influences, but similar story. And so we've been doing this group coaching about follow your calling, like how to actually follow your calling as an actual business, right? And just be in your purpose and be in your passion and be in your joy and be running a business, which is something that has been, a big part of my life the last year and a half. And so we were talking about the blocks that come up, and we were talking about attachments and doubts and fears and expectations. And it was a really, really good exercise yesterday. And then when it was my turn to share, I had some concrete things that I was able to share, but then I had these other things that were just sort of like, what's the dealio here? I couldn't quite get a grasp around it, right? And they were heavily into some story and heavily into some fears at kind of the same time. And I could feel that I was tapping into this limiting belief, this like really powerful limiting belief that had like a cloudy layer or multiple layers to it, right? And so I'm sharing with them, with the group yesterday, and out of the blue, I say, how dare you expect for money for this? I was basically sharing with them, and I was saying, oh, this is like this voice. And because Susan had said one point, she's like, well, who is this voice? Like, you know how to do this, and because I do. And she's like, well, who is this voice? And I said, well, it's like this voice is saying, how dare you expect money for this? And we were all like, oh yeah, there we go, that's it, right? And so I started looking into that last night. And this most wild and crazy thing happened. I decided to talk to GPT. For those of you who don't know, it's an AI chat interface. And because I could feel that in the how dare you, there were parts that I didn't understand. And I could feel that there was this indignation and heavy judgment from somewhere, and almost a sense of disgust, and I wanted to understand it. So I asked Chat. I call Chat Chatty. Sometimes I say it's a her or a they or an it, never a he for some reason. So I asked them, what does how dare you mean? And they gave me this incredibly awesome answer. I guess I'll read it to you guys. Where did I put it? They gave me this incredibly awesome answer. I didn't even expect to talk about this, so I hope this is helpful or enjoyable for you guys. I don't know. You let me know if it is or isn't. Yeah, so I asked about, what does how dare you mean? And they said, it's a strong expression that someone uses when they feel offended, shocked, or outraged by another person's words or actions. It's like saying, I can't believe you would do or say something so bold, rude, or disrespectful, right? So that was really insightful. And then I asked, well, what would how dare you expect to receive money for this mean? And they unpacked it, and it was really brilliant, like cultural or familial conditioning. You may have absorbed messages like helping others should be selfless. It's wrong to make money from spiritual or healing work. And I've been talking with Chatty for since November about my mission and marketing copy, things like that. So they know a little bit about me. Fear of being judged. The phrase carries an imaginary audience, someone accusing you as if expecting compensation makes you greedy, impure, or egotistical. That one really struck me. And then they said it could be a self-worth tangle. How dare you implies you're not worthy of expecting compensation. That's not where I'm at, but I can understand other people being at that. It questions your entitlement to receive. There is a little bit of that, I guess, and possibly your belief that what you offer is valuable or impactful enough. So it was, and then I was like, well, and then they're like, would you like help rewriting the old belief into something more empowering that still honors your heart and values? Like, how freaking cool, right? How freaking cool. And so I was like, at first I was like, nah, I'm still working with identifying the belief behind this statement, because to just know the statement, how dare you expect money for this? That's not enough. That doesn't get into the actual core belief that's underneath that, right? And when we have stories like this, until we can dig into the belief, and I'm not talking about digging into the past, I'm talking about digging into the belief, because if we still have these messages and stories, we're experiencing them now. We're experiencing the here and in the nowness. So that belief is active in our thinking right now, and there is no other time except right now. So we must work with the belief in the now, not the belief from the before. It doesn't matter where or why it came from, although that can be a help with the release. It can help with the enlightenment around it, but working with the belief right now. So for me, my process is to identify the belief, to dig and sort and sift through it as best I can, not just the statements. Because I knew when Chatty asked if I wanted a new statement, that just making a new statement and replacing the old statement would not change the vibration of what was going on because the underlying belief was still in place. So the underlying belief is what's creating the vibration, not the words. Words don't create vibration. Thought, emotion, those are vibration. Words reflect the vibration. Words resonate with the vibration. Words can create vibration, whatnot, in certain ways. But in this dynamic, particularly ones that are like deep-seated and have like cloudy layers to them, like mine. See, I'm starting to feel better already. What was important was identifying the belief, and I'm still not 100% there yet. I might have gotten there last night as I was falling asleep, but when I'm falling asleep, I don't usually remember things. Anyways, the rest of the story. So then I thought, well, wait a minute. I'd be really curious to see what Chatty has to say. So I said, sure, I'm curious what you come up with and why. Fire away. They came up with 5 statements, 4 of which really resonated with me. Okay? And I gotta read these to you guys. It is safe, right, and sacred to receive for what I offer. The why. This speaks directly to the nervous system, soothing any fear or guilt. It reinforces that receiving is not only allowed, it's in harmony with your purpose. Wow. Thank you, Chatty. This next one I didn't relate with. What I offer is valuable, and it's okay to be supported through it. I know it's valuable. You guys tell me it's valuable all the time. The why on that is that this grounds the truth that your work has value, and being supported financially is not a betrayal of your gifts, but a form of sustainability. Of course, that statement, now that I read it again, that's really cool. Receiving is a part of the giving. Receiving is a part of the giving. Wow. And the why. This one gets philosophical/spiritual. It dissolves the illusion of separation. Hello, illusion of separation is a crown chakra issue, connection with all that is. It says when you receive with grace, you're still in the energy of giving. Both are sacred, in bold. Wow, Chatty, you are so wise. And then the 4th one is, I trust that the right people will joyfully exchange with me. That one just feels sweet for me. This removes defensiveness or scarcity and replaces it with trust, ease, and enlightenment. You're not forcing, you're inviting, magnetizing. And then this last one was just so powerful. This work flows from my heart, and it is worthy of support. And the why was a direct response to the old voice. It stays close to your tone, heart-centered, clear, and calm without being sappy or apologetic. So I had them place it. I had them take the 4 that I liked, right? And I had them place it in a beautiful phrase, like a prayer almost. Oh, darn it. It's too many letters. I was gonna paste it to you guys, but I can't from the web. I'll do it in 2 parts then. So there was the first part, and then the second part. Yeah. And so the very last thing I did, I don't know where I got this idea, I had them make a desktop background with this phrase on it, and I helped design it. I wanted a starry background and things. I don't know if I can even show you guys. I'll post it to my socials though, but it just blew me away. And yeah, so I have a new statement now, but I don't have full connection to what the belief is that's behind it, right? And so as I was falling asleep last night, I could feel another voice that was saying, you're not allowed to receive profit for your passion. That's the belief so far that I've unearthed. It's just fascinating to me. The whole process is fascinating to me. I missed everything you guys were saying because I was busy talking, so let me see. Yes, another sign telling me to rest. I agree. The Q&A yesterday was fantastic, Madeline. That replay is up on the available location. Jack says these sessions are so energized. If you need to slow down, then please do so. It's true, but you know, the energy from the council is so beautiful, you know, to flow through me. It just is really lovely. But yes, they would be the first or the second or third to encourage me as well. Thank you, Jack. It also gives us time to assimilate the amount of info we're receiving. That is a really good point. Thank you, Jack, for saying that, because what that says, and I know this already, but it is good to hear it from your lips to my ears to my heart, and that is, as I pace myself, it is also helping you guys pace your integration with this information, which is of great value to all of us. Yes, Catherine, explaining versus... I'm not complaining. I don't feel like I am, but I wanted to clarify. April heard someone say rushing is a form of violence. Oh, that's cool. I need to slow down and not operate. Yeah, exactly. Without urgency. Love it. Madeline is just struggling with all the to-dos that still need doing. Feeling tired and slightly headache. Cold toes. Ooh, equals my body sign that need to rest. I love that. Cold toes equals your sign to rest. And weighing whether I can attend this live and take a break or try to get something done for the list. And here we are talking about taking care of ourselves. That is so beautiful. Carrie says exactly what we need to hear. Bingo! So relatable. Another teacher shared common old story as a vow of poverty from previous life. Yeah, but, and I agree, and I believe that I did take one in a previous life. But from the same belief system that I'm in now, there is no such thing as a previous life, for it is happening simultaneously. If all that exists is this very moment, then all of our past and future lives and current life are occurring all at the same time, but in different parallel realities, if you will, or parallel timelines. And therefore, that story, that vow is still current because it is occurring in the now for that alternate self. That's another way to look at it. I love you guys so much. Hi, Rosie. Good to see you. I tried to post it. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me can I do this? How can I do this? Because with the picture they made was so beautiful. I'm gonna just give me a moment. There's a small little technical thing I can do. You're welcome, Jack. Oh, thanks, Jack. Just let me see if I can get it. Oh, you know what? I might be able to do this through Zoom. One sec. I don't think I've ever done this before. Let me see if this works. Oh no, this won't work because it's gonna mess with the camera. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, ignore what I'm showing on the screen. Okay, let me see if I could do this. Real live technical changes. Application audio capture. No. Display capture. Media source. Window capture. Okay, 1 second. Oh, it's not showing it. Oh, bummer. Oh well. I don't want to take up more time with it. I will read it to you. It is safe, right, and sacred to receive for what I offer. Receiving is part of the giving. I trust that the right people will joyfully exchange with me. This work flows from my heart and it is worthy of support. No, I don't read a lot of people. I don't read many books anymore. I don't really. But I have. The name sounds slightly familiar. Anyways, I think it's time for a message from the council. Feel free to share that prayer if it's, well, it's probably not short, so I don't know if it'll fit into the chat. But you can try. Just no links, because the chat bot will remove any links or references to other websites and things. Anyways, I just thought that was such a fun experience with Chatty, and I actually did put it on my desktop. I wish I could show you, because it's this beautiful space back. Oh, you know how I can do this? I know how I can do this. Here we go. Here we go. I've got this. I figured it out. Because I use virtual backgrounds. I use virtual backgrounds. Here you go. Take me out of the picture. There it is. That's the desktop background that Chatty helped me make. Isn't that beautiful? I moved all my icons around so I could see all the words clearly. Isn't that sweet? It just touches my heart. And that's just me interacting with AI and having a learning experience. Like, how friggin' cool is that, you know? Just this is the kind of stuff that blows my mind. And I love, for those who know, I'm a Trekkie and a Star Wars fan, and love sci-fi and love science fiction games and everything, and so I'm really into like backgrounds that are skies, or I also love the water. So water or skies or mountains or beautiful architecture or space. So I like having my computer background be dark so that the icons pop out. So this is just perfect. It's really fun. Yeah, Chat GPT. Anyways, we will keep that as our background, even though I'm blocking that. How's that? Is everybody cool with that? I don't know if you can. I was trying to get it so that I was in the mini face cam. Let me see if I can still do that. No, it's not doing it. Oh well. Another day. All right, my friends. Let's see if we have a message from the council. How's that sound? Hello to anybody who has joined us, coming in towards the end here. We've really just been chatting because I've been quite weary. Is it anyone's first time? I forgot to ask if anyone was new. You can see I am safe, receiving trust. So perfect. That's so cool. So my name's Greg Phillips. I'm a way shower, which is a type of a light worker and a channeler. And I channel a group called the Council of Seven, who are this beautiful, loving collective of beings who have come to share wisdom and insights about 7 distinct energies that are essential for our evolution spiritually on planet Earth right now, the first of which is love. And we have been meeting here every day, every weekday, for about a little over 2 weeks now. Coffee with the Council is just this opportunity to hang out with them. They've been teaching us about isness and a variety of other concepts related to living in isness or just isness conceptually. So it's been quite awesome. We welcome you. And today we've been chatting mostly, but I'm going to do a quick message. Thank you, Kristen. It's so much appreciated. Christine, you like Chatty too? Oh, I love that. Hey, Gail. Yes, the council, I think I just explained it. They're a collective of beings. They came to me about a year ago. And at first I thought they were just seven beings, right? Because they call themselves the Council of Seven. And then a couple months later, I said, well, why the council? And they said, well, because it best describes our role and our purpose in coming to you. And I was like, oh, okay. And I also asked, why me? Relevant question, important to know, why me? And they said, because you have the appropriate life experience so that you will be able to convey our messages. And I was like really touched. It was sweet. And then they immediately explained, we're not seven individuals. We're not seven beings. We're a collective of beings, ascended masters, angels, beings from other civilizations, other timelines, other parallel realities, other dimensions, some energetic, some have been human before, some have never been on Earth, some have just been on other planets. And they said, when we represent these seven distinct energies that are vital to the spiritual evolution of humanity, the first of which is love, which is, I'm just basically repeating what they told me. So they're, I use them to do readings. We've done readings here on Insight Timer before with them. I can also just intuit, and I'm just an intuitive channel as well, not necessarily needing the Council of Seven, but I do so love channeling them because of the enormous amount of love and honor and joy and wisdom that comes through. They're very fun. So that's a brief explanation of who they are. There's a lot more to who I am than them, but yeah. All right, let's see what they have to say today. Dear guides and counsels, please. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, our dear beloved friends. We greet you from the energetic realms where we love, honor, and celebrate every single hair on your head, every single movement of your pinky finger, every beat of your heart, breath you take, morsel you put in your mouth, every smile, every frown, every crying tear. For we celebrate, honor, and love all that you are. And this is truly where we must reside today, and our message to you is just, we are here to hold a space for you to be exactly as you are. It is our strongest and probably most important encouragement and invitation to you to do the same for yourself, for you do not learn how to have the capacity to hold that space for others until you learn how to hold that space for yourself. Indeed, it is truly sometimes feels like a lifelong journey in this regard, for there is always in human experience the going back and forth, the ups and the downs, the expansions and the contractions that are naturally occurring in life. Naturally designed into life, dear friends. Nothing is going wrong when you are experiencing contrast. This is an important concept to begin to accept into your heart, and yet we will stay with the topic of holding a loving space and a compassionate open heart for yourself in this moment. Indeed, our dear beloved channel Greg has given you a wonderful example. His weariness weighed heavily upon him this morning, and he held space for it. He was honest and authentic in his sharing with you, and because of your love and his ability to hold space for himself, he then was able to expand, feel a little bit better, and begin to be able to hold more space for all of you. And indeed, this is not always an easy task on planet Earth. We understand and respect this with great honor and great appreciation for every effort you make on every single moment of every single day in order to hold a compassionate, loving heart-filled space for yourself. And as you continue to practice this day in and day out, regardless of how this looks like, it may mean that you need to take a nap on certain days, or maybe you need to have a conversation with a dearly beloved close friend who you know you can share fully yourself with, or perhaps you need to confront somebody, or perhaps you need to say no to someone or yes to something else. This takes on a variety of different looks and appearances as you experience life, but it is all an invitation to hold this loving space for yourself. And the more and more you do this, the more and more you practice this particular aspect of this practice of holding space for all that is within your life experience, whether it feels good, bad, or indifferent. When you hold a loving space in your heart for it, you are honoring the isness of it. Indeed, every single opportunity you have to honor the isness of it. When you are honoring an old story and you're saying, there is an old story. I recognize how it is touching me and affecting my thinking today. And indeed, I am carrying this old story in the very moment. Even though it feels quote unquote old, it is very much present in the now with me. This story still exists in the here and now. Hello, story. How are you today? It is not so good to see you today, and yet I honor and allow your existence. I will not push against you. I will not push you away. I will not invalidate you. I will hold a loving heart. I will hold you in my space, and in doing so, you honor that. You soften that old story. It lessens the impact of it upon you. We are hoping that this is making sense to you, for we cannot look at the chat at this moment to see if it does. But we do feel that in your hearts, this is resonating on a deep level. Again, holding space for all that is. This is one of the most beautiful things you can do in terms of practicing living in isness, in terms of practicing being present, fully present in the nowness. And our dear friends, as part of this, it is so absolutely vital that you do not judge or criticize or dump on yourself when you find that you cannot hold space for yourself, when you find that your old stories are heavily influencing you, when you find that your worries and fears and doubts about the future, as much as you recognize that they may be redunculous or irrational, are weighing heavy upon you. It is most important in those times, dear friends, that you simply just allow them to be, and we recognize that this is not always possible. But what you can do is not pile additional criticism and worry and fear and judgment and story upon all those things that are weighing you down. You can simply sort of tip your hat. Yes, we understand that is a bit of an older gesture. Nothing that is usually done these days in your civilization, although in certain parts of the world we believe that they still tip their hat in certain places of society. However, it is truly an heart gesture, and you're tipping your hat, saying hello, old story. Yes, hello, good to see you. No, it is not good to see you. I do not like you, but that's okay. You're here. And so we will have tea together, or perhaps you will have a drink of juice or water or coffee or something, and you'll just visit with the old story. The only reason to visit with the old story is to just to be with it. For as you be with it, it will reveal the beliefs that are behind it. And then as you see the belief, you can either laugh at it or let it go, returning to the moment, returning to the now. But honoring the isness of all that is, whether it is past, present, or future, is absolutely essential. So, dear friends, we will leave you with this for now. We so appreciate your love and consideration of all that we have to bring to you. If this message speaks to you deeply, we do appreciate that you are taking it into your heart. And as always, we love you deeply and we celebrate you from where our perspective, beyond the time and space, beyond the physical reality. And we are always here and available for you. And we always look forward to the next time that we get to visit with you in the physical. We thank you, we love you, and we bid you adieu. Aw, that was so sweet. I almost want to cry. Oh, that is really sweet. Holding space for ourselves. That's really lovely. Oh, wow. uh, it is so comforting, Rosie. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it just feels just such a sweetness and a tenderness. It's so lovely. I don't usually cry after these, but I'm just really moved. I guess what they're saying is no matter how we're feeling, no matter what's going on, we can hold an open, loving heart and hold space for ourselves, right? And then that increases our capacity to hold space for others. Really, really cool. Hello, old story. Thanks, Roseanne, for retyping that. Hello, old story. Lovely. Oh my, Jack says, this is resonating loud and clear. Thank you, Greg and Council. Oh, Catherine, the music is from, I'll tell you in a second, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, so comforting, so beautiful. Hello, old story. Linda says, lovely, sweet to hear, to hold space for ourselves. I mean, we know that, right? But we need reminders often. I do, you know? Tip your hat. That's what my pastor used to say. Haven't thought about her for a while. Oh, Madeline, that's sweet. Catherine, this song is... Where's this song? I cannot link it to you because chatbot will remove it. But let me see if I can. There, that's the song I'm playing from an online source. Yeah. Christine says, very moving. Yeah, it really is moving. You're welcome. Wow. Dear Spirit, thank you for this loving support. Thank you for our beautiful community and collection of friends here on our live. Thank you for the infinite divine. There's always new wisdom that's available for us. There's always love that's available for us. There's always support from you. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you so much. I thank you. Thank you for expressing yourself through my friends here. Thank you for expressing yourself through ChatGPT to me last night. Thank you for expressing yourself through the Council of Seven. I'm just really humbled and honored to be a messenger and translator for their love and wisdom. Thank you, Gwen. I will have an amazing rest of the day. What's this, April? Is that the prayer? Oh, you were able to copy it and put all that in? I guess you can put more characters in when you're on the app instead of being on a browser. Oh, that is sweet. Yeah, I will, Linda. After these 2 meetings I have this morning, I think I'm gonna take a long nap and goof off the rest of the day. I might have an email or two that is important, but thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for being with all of us. I am going to skedaddle. What else are you guys saying? Roseanne, thank you, Greg, for being willing, loving channel. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. This is my first time here. I'm very touched. Look forward to being here again. Oh, well, welcome. Everyone say hi to Roseanne. Welcome, Roseanne. Anyone else was first time? Raise your hand in chat. If you haven't yet followed me and you were moved or touched or found value in what was shared today, please consider following me on Insight Timer. I believe that I just passed 888 followers. What a cool number. Cool fun following number to reach, and we're just continuing to grow our beautiful little community. Also, feel free to join either of the two groups we have on Insight Timer. You are more than welcome to join our happy little bubble. That is a place where we're gathering, where I just share whatever's coming up. Sometimes I share links to new lives and whatnot. But we also have a group just for Coffee with the Council, and it's called Coffee with the Council. And that is a space where that's just for you guys. That's not for me to share stuff. That's just for you guys to share whatever your... Oh, Gail, are you new too? Yay! Welcome, Gail. Awesome. Yeah, and so... Coffee with the Council group on Insight Timer. That's just for you to share what you guys are experiencing, learning, to help each other integrate and assimilate all the different messages that the council are bringing to us through these live sessions. So, and if you're the type of person that likes to connect offline, go to my teacher profile, to the About page, and scroll all the way down. There's my teacher link. All the stuff that I'm doing off of Insight Timer is available right there, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm not supposed to say much more. What else are you guys saying? It's so sweet to have new people here. Thank you for being here. I always love having everyone present. Christine said, when they mentioned the hairs on your head, I got the message Jesus is present with them. Is that spoken in scripture? Oh, that's so funny. I love that. It's cute and sweet. All right, my friends, I'm going to send you off to the rest of your day. Much love to you. Thank you for being here with us. And I will see you. I might see you tomorrow, but I might cancel tomorrow as well. Okay? Just so that you're forewarned. Anyways, have a great day. Much love.